This is for Capricorn the goat. Capricorn's 12th house of spirituality is going to be affected by Saturn's direct transit through the sign of Sagittarius. And that's going to cause you to need to deal with your own inner tyrant and how the inner tyrant is perceived in your 12th house of spiritual issues. So the rules with which you govern yourself by and the rules with which you feel others should be governed, this is the inner spiritual tyrant that everybody has. So it would be good for you to find out exactly where your Saturn is, especially at the moment with this going on. Also, Capricorn, although Pluto is not one of your ruling planets, Pluto is direct currently in your sign, Capricorn, and that's affecting your first house of yourself and how you appear to others. So heads up for that. It's direct at the moment, and this will affect you in a deeply subconscious and unconscious level and bring in the collective unconscious and bring your dream world into effect. So you want to look at what you're manifesting this month of October. Now, let's see how your ruling planet of Saturn affects you this month, Capricorn. I'm Pastor Rosemary, the Astrology Angel. Thank you for joining us. This is an angelic horoscope transmission from your guardian angel, Uriel, the earth angel who rules over all the earth signs, and your specific Capricorn angel, Hanael, who rules over your cardinal earth nature. And these are his messages for you in love, money, and health. First, a love transmission for you. This month, love is going to be spooky, Capricorn. The 12th house is affected by Saturn, but your 10th house is affected by the new moon, which is going to be in Libra. That will affect your social standing and your fame. These kinds of reputation issues, how your status is perceived by others with this new moon in Libra. And this 10th house attribute will be affected by issues of fairness and justice by this new moon issue. The new moon takes the light off of a subject, but that doesn't mean that things aren't going on under the surface. So although the issue of fairness when it comes to your status and your fame, that kind of thing, although the fairness isn't such an issue, it'll seem like favorites are, like it's okay to have favorites. But under the surface, fairness is, the foundation for fairness is being laid with the new moon, this new moon in Libra, and that will occur on the 12th of October. Now, on the 27th of October, we have a full moon in Taurus. That's on the 27th of October, and that's going to affect your 5th house of children and creative projects. And this is going to sort of bring into perspective with the brightness of the full moon exactly what you have in the way of your children or your creative projects or the creative projects of your children and what they are producing. And even if you're a grandparent or a great-grandparent, your children's children, that kind of thing. So this is a very important month when you will want to bestow much to those that you care about and those who care for you. So in general, this month, it's going to be a very practical month when, yes, favorites are played. But again, that lays the ground for fairness because it's really about who people trust. So trust comes up as being an issue during the month of October. All right, now getting into Hanael and the Earth Angel Uriel's money transmission, money issues. This is about things being spent on, again, your social standing. This month, it's you being able to spend money on your own status, your own standing in the community, spending money to have that be elevated, your class standing, and those that you care for and those who care for you. So money will be spent on that to put money into making sure that you and yours are being cared for and that you're putting your best foot forward and that other people see you as high class. This is going to be very important to you this month, Capricorn. This is going to be where you want to make sure that people see you in a light where you feel that your class status, again, is elevated a bit above others. And fairness won't seem to be such an issue, but later on it will be. So, again, the seeds of fairness are being sown under the surface this month, and everybody's going to want to know what you have, but that might be a ploy to then, try to attempt to take that from you, to take what you have from you. So you don't want to be so forthcoming with everything that you have for the sake of pride. So be careful of too much pride. We all have it. We all have stubborn pride, but we don't have to have so much that it puts us in harm's way. Kind of go on an even, Steven. Just be very even-tempered during October. Don't try so hard to impress others, but do what you feel makes you look substantial and what you feel makes you appear to be wholesome. That's a better way to go about it this month. Lay a foundation. That will be a better way to go about how to deal with your money and finances, business and work relationships with coworkers, employers, employees this month. This leads us into the health transmission from the Earth Angel Uriel and from your specific Capricorn angel Hanael. The health transmission: beware of infections from odd sources. So you want to be careful of it. It's a month to be a little more picky and a little more cautious about how you may be getting any kind of infection from any kind of odd source that you're not familiar with. So basically you want to stick with what you know and be an err on the side of caution this month of October. This is a good month when it comes to hygiene and when it comes to being very careful. It's a good month to simply be more cautious. That will put you in a good place to be a little bit more on the cautious side during October. This is also a month where the 6th and 7th chakras need to be balanced and cleared. So this is the higher chakras, and you might want to do some breathing techniques that are more balancing and soothing rather than overstimulating. So you might want to utilize cooling colors or calming colors, more pastels, to cleanse. One can often get rid of depressions with cooling greens like lime, or even pastel yellows like a lemon. Like even if people want to use essential oils, often utilizing essential oils that are citrus will help cure depression. You can utilize these types of things. This is what we use also. We utilize sovereign silver for any type of infection, or tincture of golden seal. Of course, these are what we personally use. And if you have any physical problems, you might want to check with your licensed physician, be they allopathic, homeopathic, or naturopathic physicians. Also, to do any kind of calming to the chakras, you might want to inhale a calming ice blue to calm, cool, and soothe, and keep a cool head. One wants to keep a cool head during October, so one may want to inhale and visualize an ice blue color, and one also might want to be able to feel a coolness coming through the head. So one is not a hot head during the month of October. One wants to cool the body and then balance all the chakras once the 6th and the 7th chakras have been balanced, cleared, and cooled a bit. So if you're interested in chakra work, we are experts in chakra work, so you can contact us for that. Now we're going to go over your afterglow, and we're going to get into your planetary formula. That will be, it's a little Rosicrucian Kabbalistic formula, and we're going to go over that for you now. So on October 13th, we have a Mercury direct in Libra, sextile Saturn direct in Sagittarius. And that little equation, what it equals, is imaginative lawmaking with a healthy dose of creative intelligence befriends the vast scope of justice encompassed by rules already set in place. So a lot of people are going to be getting very creative with their, making of personal laws, or even more important laws for the populace at large. And that's going to be, though, in a friendly aspect with laws that are already set in place. Sometimes new laws are not necessary. Simply laws already set in place need to be enforced, really, or re-examined. And a lot of people are going to be re-examining these types of laws this month of October. And this is on October 13th. And it's a very, it's a day in history that a lot of people remember, October the 13th. All right, now, we're going to just give you a few of these other astrological aspects we want to make sure we highlight for you, Capricorn. Remember, your 12th house is affected by Saturn's direct transit through Sagittarius, affecting again your 12th house, and that's the spiritual tyrant. And also remember that Pluto is currently direct in Capricorn, affecting your first house, yourself and your appearance. And on the 12th, there's a new moon in Libra, and that's going to affect your 10th house of your social standing, your fame. And your 5th house will be affected on the 27th by the full moon in Taurus. So full moon in Taurus on the 27th, affecting your 5th house of children, creative projects, and your children's children, and your children's creative projects. So just understand that. Remember, this month, when it comes to your health, err on the side of caution. All right, Capricorn. Thank you for joining us. This is your Angelic Horoscope transmission from your Earth Angel, the mighty Archangel Uriel, who resides over all the earth signs, and your specific Capricorn angel, Hanael. I'm Pastor Rosemary, the Astrology Angel, and join us again next month.